What's the one thing you've been avoiding because it terrifies you? Starting a business? Having that tough conversation? What if I told you the life you dream of is waiting for you just beyond that fear? What is the definition of fearless? I read somewhere, fearlessness is being aware of your weaknesses and learning how to disarm them. Today, we are exploring the simple but life-changing truth: everything you want is on the other side of fear. Fear is something we all face, but it doesn't have to hold you back. In this episode, I'll share a personal story about overcoming my own fears and a mindset shift and practical tips to help you move through fear and into action. When I launched my business, I was completely paralyzed by fear. I was terrified of failing, being judged, losing my financial security, but staying where I was, stuck, dissatisfied, and dreaming of more, felt even worse. So I decided to act, one small step at a time. There were plenty of missteps and moments of doubt, but with every action I took, my fear began to shrink and my confidence grew. Facing that fear turned out to be one of the best and most transformative decisions of my life. I love what George Adair says, everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. Or Ralph Waldo Emerson, do the thing you fear and the death of fear is certain. Ultimately, fear is temporary and regret is forever. I know that right now something is on your mind. Maybe you immediately thought of something that's scaring you. And I want you to know that a lot of times the what will happen, what could happen, they only exist in our head. It doesn't mean it will happen. But what won't happen if you don't go after that job, that dream? What won't happen? Because the what ifs you can live in all day, but you'll never know what will happen if you never go after it. Now, identify what scares you and divide it into smaller, manageable actions. What I do is I personally will take one big goal and I break it into what I like to call 14 fearless. I believe that your ideal life actually lives on the other side of 14 fearless actions. I've been doing this since last June. I came up with this framework when I was part of a coaching group, and I realized that there were all these overachievers, but the one thing they all had in common was fear. They'd all built these awesome businesses, but they were all still scared. And then I thought to myself, how can I overcome that fear? And I started listing out action steps, and I realized that I could literally have what I wanted in less than 14 steps. And I'm not talking anything crazy. I'm talking you need to make that call to that person that could be that potential investor. Then action number 2 would be set up the meeting to meet with that potential investor. Go to the meeting, right? Then now we're at 3. And then follow up from the meeting. Then it could be something totally different that has nothing to do with that. Call someone else. Go hire a mentor to prep you for the meeting. But the 14 fearless actions, and then what I do is I take it a step further and I put the date on the calendar when I'll take those actions. So now they have a date, a time, and you know exactly what you're going to do. I want to give you some actionable steps you can take right now to help you tackle your fears. 1, break it down. Identify what scares you and divide it into smaller, manageable actions. Start small. Is it that phone call that scares you? Is it that meeting, that conversation? What is it that scares you? Okay? 2, focus on the outcome. Visualize the success and fulfillment waiting for you once you overcome your fear. 3, feel the fear and act anyway. Fear only has power if you let it paralyze you. Action dissolves fear. When I first came to record, honestly, I was wildly anxious and nervous, and as I keep coming back to record more and more, it doesn't feel scary anymore. Before I'd go to a new gym to work out, let's say a workout class, or I'd go to an event, I would be like, I don't know anybody in there now, but tomorrow, after I've been here all day, I'll know people and this won't feel scary anymore. So let's get in there, let's go meet people so this doesn't feel scary anymore. All right, and 4, celebrate progress. Acknowledge and reward every step you take. It's all part of the journey. Okay, a little reflection time. I'm gonna give you a second. What's one fear you've been allowing to hold you back? Write it down. Now write down the very first step you can take to confront it. Even the smallest action can create momentum. I want to encourage you today to even overcome one fear. Just go after one fear. Do the one step towards something that you wanted that you've been holding back from. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs the same push. Don't forget to follow the podcast for more tools and strategies to live boldly and fearlessly. And remember, everything you want is waiting on the other side of fear. And with that, I want to say a prayer over you today. Heavenly Father, I pray that you will bless all those who are listening to this, that you will give them that inner courage to go after and pursue their purpose. You have a calling on their life, and something's been stopping them. But whatever's been stopping them doesn't need to stop them anymore. Give them your power, your glory, and your strength. Let them know they don't have to do this on your own. You are here to help carry them through, but the only one who can take that action is them. This is Victoria Chanel with your reminder that the change starts with you. Now go be great. Do not wait. I believe in you.